Good evening, everyone. This is Charles Folkert on March 29, 2017. I welcome all of you. I especially want to thank you, those of you who have subscribed. If you're not already a subscriber, I would encourage you to subscribe. And also thank you for sharing, and those of you who support this channel. This is the second time I've recorded this video. The other, something happened and the whole thing was gone because it had a bunch of noise, but that's life. This video is on the importance of reading scripture, especially the book of Proverbs. I have other videos where I say that the book of Proverbs has 31 chapters in it, one chapter per day. I've been doing that. I've had that habit of reading one chapter a day for most of my life. I don't always do it. There's been times I've missed, but overall, I've spent quite a bit of time in the book of Proverbs, and I want to show you where this young man, I'm pretty sure he's a young man, would have been well advised to spend a little time in the book of Proverbs. This fellow right here, John Hammer, he put a mime up with a quote from Abraham Lincoln, something about we're going to lose our freedom not from without but from within. And I just said, might want to brush up on your history regarding Abe and Northern War of Aggression. He's one of the worst U.S. presidents. And I don't see anything that would give offense. If somebody told me that about something on a particular subject, I'd say, okay, maybe I should brush up on it. Because I've always said I might be wrong. But he comes back and he says, it has nothing to do, my comment, or Lincoln being one of the worst presidents, has nothing to do with the mime in the quote. And I said, sure it does. You quoted one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. That's like quoting George Soros. And he comes back with a comment telling me to, quote, piss off, or he called me a retard or something. And I can't show you what he called me because when I came back here to make this video to show you what he had said and the mime of Abraham Lincoln, he removed his tweets. So, let's keep going here. I want to show you what else I said. When he called me a name ad hominem attack and told me I was a retard, I said, nope, wrong response. And those are like remarks you'd get in, 6th grade, 7th grade. That's the stuff we used to hear back then. Your mother wears army boots and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's so immature, but I said, wrong response. Try this. Thanks, Charles. You might have a point. I'll have to rethink my position. But that's not what he said. And he comes back again with something else, and I said, hey, grow up and grow a pair. And then he comes back again with something else. See, I can't remember, and I can't show you because he removed them all. And I said, what, you always get every question on every test correct? You've never been corrected? And I said, you should thank me. And then I came back a little bit later, and I said Proverbs 1:9. I quoted Proverbs 1:9. Reprove not a scoffer, lest he hate thee. Reprove a wise man, and he will love thee. See, that's the difference between a scorner and a scoffer and a wise man. A wise man, Proverbs 1:5, a wise man will listen, a wise man will hear, a wise man will ask questions, and a wise man will learn. This young man obviously is not yet a wise man. I would suggest, young man, you start reading the book of Proverbs, and I want to show you another scripture that applies here in this case also. So let's go have a look at Romans chapter 2, verse 3, shall we? Here in Romans chapter 2, verse 3, and thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same? In other words, you're judging someone, and you're doing the same thing. Do you think that thou shalt escape the judgment of God? What I have found in my life is that when someone finds fault in your character, they're usually seeing themselves. They're seeing their fault in you. It's like a mirror. It's reflecting back on them. And we almost always do the very same thing that we're judging someone else for. We're guilty of the same thing. So keep that in mind and look for it in your everyday experiences with people. I want to bring you here to my website, charlesfolkart.com. I want to scroll down here and just show you this right here. Family, you must read my book, censored by Lulu and Amazon. And you can now purchase the book by clicking on that. It'll bring you to the link where you can purchase the book. I would suggest you do that just in case it gets removed again. This is a true story. It reveals the corruption in the family legal system. It will take you step by step. It will describe what happened to myself and my family. Like I said, it took 6 years of very emotional time to finish this book, to get it written. And as I've said, it's been censored by both Lulu and Amazon. So you want to read this book. When it was on Amazon and Lulu, it got very good reviews. I haven't heard anyone say that they haven't enjoyed the book. This is one way you can support this channel. And if you know a man, a male, a young man, or even someone who's getting married or is already married, you want to get this book in their hands. I spent hundreds of hours working on this book, so I think I figured it out. You get this book, you pay me about 4 cents an hour for what's in this book. So, and also I want to bring you here real quick. This link right here will take you to my book, and you can order the book there. And I almost forgot. And before we leave the subject of Deadbeat Dad, I sent this book to Ernest Zundel when he was in Mannheim prison, and I'll tell you the story about that in the next video. We now have Truth Be Gone in a small sample size. So I'm going to try to find out where this fellow John, find an address, find some way to get this to him. We now have the bigger size of Truth Be Gone, but we also have now a sample size, fits in the pocket, in the purse, the glove compartment of your car, you know, in your pack. You can take it with you. Very easy to take it with you. And anytime anybody starts telling you some truth that you don't want to hear, you just whip it out and truth be gone. I want to thank you for watching. For those of you who don't need Truth Be Gone, I encourage you to embrace the love of the truth. It'll help you from being duped. It'll stop you from being afraid of the truth when you hear it. You won't have to remove your tweets from Twitter, etc. And may the grace of God our Father, the creator of the level plain earth covered by a firmament, may his grace be upon us all, for we certainly need it. See you.
What I hate is most folks don't seem to care.